Hey, would you buy yourself a really nice car but not get it serviced? No, you'd get it serviced, right? Well, websites are like that too. And no one tells you that. So today I'm going to talk about three common things that pop up in website ownership for business owners that they may not have known about, and some things that I do to get around them. So thing number one is website security. This is stuff like just making sure that it's backed up and secure and that hackers can't get in. And you might be thinking, but wait, Lou, I'm such a small guy. Like, who's going to care about hacking me? Look, the thing about that is that it's not really about how famous or, the scope of your business. The thing that hackers are looking for is easy opportunities, low-hanging opportunities. And this is a bit like having a small shop front and not putting any security measures in. Um, because oftentimes, as in real life, thieves can be opportunistic, and the same can happen with websites. So, as I said, it's not really about how famous you are, but how easy it is to hack into your website. And hackers are relying on you having weak passwords or out-of-date systems to do what they want to do. So, this is something that is avoidable though, and I take care of website maintenance and updates and backups for my clients so that you don't have to worry about it. Now, the next thing is contact forms not working. And this is, again, something that is entirely avoidable, but also something that is easily overlooked because there can be circumstances where a contact form can break or that there's extra steps missing in the setup that are preventing it from actually notifying you that a message has been sent through your website. So this is a bit like installing a doorbell on the front of your shop, but it's not working. And people come up to your front door and press the doorbell, but because it's broken, you don't realize it's being pressed and they're not getting a response from the doorbell. And it's like, well, they think, it says open on the front, but Google says that they're open, but nobody's answering the door. And that's really frustrating and confusing. So the customer assumes that you're not looking out for them and you are totally unaware that the doorbell isn't ringing. So again, this is something that is avoidable, and it is something that I can quite happily and easily fix for you. Okay, and the third thing that you might not get told about owning a website is that people will not come automatically. Just uploading and hitting the publish button, it doesn't cause a flood of people to come in. There are things that you need to do regularly and keep checking on regularly to make sure that your presence online is visible and that people can find you on Google, they can find you where they're looking. And now, in this day and age, with the advent of AI generated answers, it is a clear reminder that we need to keep in touch and keep an ear to the ground in terms of how technology is changing and how people are changing their habits and their ways of discovering content and websites online. Because of AI answers now, something that may have worked a year ago in terms of getting your website to appear on Google may not be working now. And if this sounds like really overwhelming or something that you don't have time for, don't worry. Again, this is something that I'm quite happy to help you out with. So, look, all of these things, your tech updates, broken contact forms, keeping your website visible, so making sure that your SEO plan is working. These are things that I have seen business owners get frustrated with, and it can be really annoying when they catch you by surprise. And sometimes it can be very expensive to fix. And I would rather stay on the side of prevention rather than having to fix something that's been entirely derailed. So don't worry, this is something that I help my clients with. And If you're wondering if your website is doing its job properly, or you just want someone to explain it to you in normal human language and not gobbledygook tech words, then reach out. Feel free to send me a message and we can chat about it. But wait, there's more. So I looked at the runtime for this podcast episode and I saw that it was about 5-ish minutes and was like, wow, that was pretty dang succinct. Um, so I don't want to like just, you know, make up some weird rules about how it's meant to be a certain length or anything like that. Um, I often talk about, when it comes to deciding how long your website content should be, like it should be enough. You shouldn't have to like force it up to 5,000 words or force it into a video if you don't want it to be a video. So I did want to just take this opportunity to say that, so a bit of a life update. As of March this year, I've been full-time consulting. So I no longer work for someone else. And at this point in time, I'm open to working on website redesign. So if you have got a website that you've built yourself and you're ready to step into something a bit more serious, I can help you with that. As well as I'm offering SEO now. So if you'd like to get more visible on Google or see if there's anything further you can do to what you currently have, I can help you with that. Um, you may, if you've heard some of my earlier episodes, I may have talked about doing Facebook ads, Meta ads, and even occasionally I'll talk about Google ads. So that is still a thing that I'm capable of. I'm not offering it at the moment, and I've got some pretty important reasons why, but that's got nothing to do with it's got nothing to do with how I think my capabilities are, or it's got nothing to do with like it not being effective. Facebook ads and Google ads are still totally effective. Um, but I've got reasons why I'm not offering that. So um, I will include a link to those details somewhere in the description of this video and this podcast. Um, and while you're still here, I would just also like to ask a little favor. So, if there was any part of, actually, two things. So, if you thought that this was useful or you thought it might be of use to somebody, I'd really love it if you could share this with them. Also, if you're out and about, whether you're at business networking or you're in a Facebook group and somebody's like talking about something like, should I do boosted posts or should I do SEO or, you should get some backlinks. Or if I start talking about something like backlinks or on page or domain hosting, if you hear me or any person in this online marketing space say something and you're not sure what it means for you, please let me know because I would love to hear from you um, what sort of content would benefit you. Because at the end of the day, I could spend hours talking about Facebook ads and SEO and websites, and I've got so much to say and so much to share. But the problem is that it's not that I don't think my information is good. It's just that I need to know what you're thinking and the way the language that I use to describe doing stuff with SEO might be totally different to what you or someone like you is looking for. So if anything pops into your mind that you think, oh, I don't know what that means, but I want to know, or I want to get a second opinion. Somebody said I should be doing lead magnets, and this other guy said I shouldn't be doing lead magnets. Like, let me know, and I will schedule that in for an upcoming episode. Yeah, if you'd like, I could also give you a credit for asking that question. So there's a backlink for you if you're into getting backlinks. Um, And yeah, I can talk more about backlinks if you want to know about that. But in any case, yeah, I would love to hear from you. I love getting feedback about these episodes. I get told often that I make things easy to understand. Uh, so I'd love to do more of that. Um, yeah, reach out to me and I will see you in the next episode.